Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? Welcome back to the OS Rick Project. I hope you guys are doing well, having a wonderful day, wonderful evening. I want to say thank you for hanging out and listening, whether you're on your way to work, at work, or just working out. I want to say thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day. Um, I was going to do an episode last night, but I got inebriated and I was recording it, and then like maybe just like 10 minutes into it, 5 minutes into it, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. Let me just scrap this. I had to think way too much instead of just letting it flow. So I was like, you know what? Let me just sleep it off. I'll come back and then we'll record a new podcast. But anyways, guys, this is episode 32. Fresh off the kind of fresh off the 2022 Video Game Awards. Did you guys happen to catch them? I know like a lot of people already have probably their podcast and their videos out covering the event, but here's mine. Um, what do you guys think of it? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Overall, I give it a B grade. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool information, and that's what I'm there for when it comes to the Game Awards. I really don't care who wins, but it's nice when your game does win. And I say your game, it's just the game that I just been. It's the only game that carried 2022, right? Elden Ring, and I think that was awesome. Um, that it got it. I see. I'm looking around some like reaction videos, other people talking about how they're kind of like upset that it won and it should have been God of War, and I'm like, okay, sure, you're probably a Sony fanboy, but that's fine. But yeah, I think that was the biggest takeaway from this video game awards this year is a lot of news, a lot of information, a lot of reveals, and then Elden Ring just taken it, which is fine. Even if Elden Ring would, if God of War Ragnarok would have taken it, it would have been fine. It doesn't take away my experience from the game, but let's get right into it, guys. Oh shoot, I forgot to show you. What I've been playing lately. Um, I know, right? I kind of jumped the gun about Game Awards. But what I've been playing lately is a little bit of Persona, a little bit. I went back to Nier. Can you believe it or not, guys? There's something about Nier Automata, guys. It's You guys need to check it out. At first, I was thinking, they got a cute little heroine running around in a little skimpy outfit. Every once in a while you could, change the camera angle and look at her butt and stuff, and she has a big old sword. But actually, the more you play it, yes, it does have that. Okay, I'm not denying it does have that. But the game it goes beyond that. The story, I genuinely enjoyed it. The gameplay was really fun. Having to find weapons and level them up and upgrade them, and then getting different chips, plugins to customize a character how you want it to be. It was very fun, and then playing with 9S. And at first, I didn't think I was gonna enjoy playing with 9S. His special ability is hacking into robots, and you have to play like a little a shoot 'em up mini game. But it all came together wonderfully, and like I said, I caught myself playing that game again just because I just enjoyed my time with it. So between Persona 5 and I just finished Madarame's Palace. So I'm going through all of the because I like to get the palace done as soon as possible. That way, I have all the remaining days to work on my confidant levels. But this time, what I'm working is on, and I still haven't gone to look at the guide. I haven't done that yet, which I need to, right? But what I've been doing is I've been focusing on getting all of my characters, his stats up, like his guts, his intelligence, his knowledge, his charm, his kindness, and there's something else. I'm blanking off the top of my head, but I'll find it. But anyways, I'm trying to get those stats up. So because you gotta unlock certain stats so you can have access to different dialogues with other characters. So I'm trying to get those up and running because I want to do my best, and I mean this, guys. I want to do my best to try to get to the third semester with this game. I mean, I love this game a lot. I really do. But it can be a very long game. I remember that when I played it on the PlayStation 4, I think my first playthrough was 100 hours with the vanilla, and then Royal was like 120 something hours. So these are long games, okay, guys? So, and I want to make sure I get it. If I don't, that's fine. I'll always have that save file, and it carries over your stats for the new game plus. So we'll see. But anyways, so Persona 5, Nier Automata, and going back into Guilty Gear Strive, which somebody on the Discord posted up that the season one was finally on sale. It wasn't much of a discount, but it was a discount. It was 15%, and I was like, you know what? I've been playing this game enough. 15% discount, even though it's not much, I'll take it. Right, I'll take it. So I was able to get access to the characters that I haven't been able to play with. And not that I'm really interested in them, but there been a time when like my friend Dirk would come over, and he's like, "I want to play bike," and I'm like, "Well, I don't got bike." So now I have the characters, and lo and behold, I didn't know that the character pass also gave access to colors for the other roster, which is an added bonus because I just find it weird that they put colors behind paywalls too, especially since in Exerd, and also like in Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters Z, whatever. You could just kind of like get your little avatar to go fishing, and it's just a random chance of getting a color palette for your character, and I prefer that. I just putting them behind a paywall, just whatever. But anyways, I got those colors. It was pretty cool, and I actually started picking. I think it's color number 11 or 9. It's the yellow one with Leo. He looks pretty cool. But anyways, I've been playing that and getting back in there. I actually made it to like floor 10. I got there, and your boy Rick got whooped, dude. I got took. I saw a testament, right? It said like the character card said like VIP, and testament was at that, and that character had testament at level 559. I'm like, I'm going to get whooped. Oh, sure enough, I got whooped. Like, I had no answers for that. Now, was it fun? No, but I didn't quit or get upset about it. It's like, it's part of the game. They just matched me up with this character. Oh, I haven't had a coffee in a while, a couple of days. And I was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Like I said, I got destroyed, dismantled, but I told myself, look, this is gonna be like 3 sets. It'll be fine. It'll be 3 games. It'll be fine. I get beat up. I'll probably never see this person again, and that's fine because when I feel that when you play someone that's just way better than you, especially online where you don't get to communicate, you're not going to get better. You're not. I mean, it's when you play with someone that's like at your level or slightly better, and you can actually communicate. Then that's when the learning process begins. Because with no communication, you're just gonna not be doing. You're just gonna do the same mistakes, and then and just get beat. And by the time you learn how to like find an answer, they'll probably find an answer, get around that, and you won't be able to properly test things. So, like I said, I got whooped, but it's fine. Playing the game, I'm having a blast. I really am enjoying it. I haven't touched any other fighting games since I've been on Strive. I played a little bit of DNF Duel when it came out. Street Fighter Five. It's been a minute since I played that game. King of Fighters, that was earlier this year. What else? Uh, I want to say I tried a little bit of Melty Blood recently, but I can't recall. I think they have new update for Melty Blood, guys, with French Bread, what they're doing over there. Which, man, it just sucks that I'm not really good at that game. I don't. Well, okay, I'm not really good, but that's what everybody says, right? But it's just that I haven't taken the time to practice and how to execute on that game, and that's my fault, right? Uh, it just hasn't appealed to me. I look at the characters; they look kind of boring. It's really fast paced, but I just haven't gelled with the game, and and it's not like you could like every fighting game you're gonna pick it up and just find get settled with the mechanics and just run with it. I think you have to kind of pick and choose. Like I said, I love playing fighting games, but it doesn't mean that I'm great at all of them or stick around with all of them. I'm eventually find one that I like and we'll take it from there. Speaking of fighting games, guys, did y'all see the new characters that they're revealing for Street Fighter 6? Let me see. So I think they talked about Manon, JP, Marissa, and DJ. DJ, he's been around forever though, but the brand new characters, I was looking at Marissa, how she hits. I want to try her out. She looks like she hits like a freaking dump truck. Just check out her trailer, guys. And then I'm very curious about Manon. The way she looks, the way she plays. I look. I'm not. I don't have a trained eye to be able to pick out things just from watching the reveal. But just looking at where she plays, I'm thinking maybe she's gonna be like a Lara character from Street Fighter Five. You know, has this stuff where she could give you like a whole, just get in your face, beat you up, and then like occasionally grab you and just throw you off and everything. So I'm very curious how they look. JP looks cool too, but I wasn't like wowed by his style. It was Marissa and Manon that I saw that I was just really impressed, and I want to try them out because it was funny when I first looked at the character that was released and everything. I told myself I'm just gonna stick, I'm just gonna stick with Guile and Cammy, and Luke, people that I know already. But now that seeing Manon and Marissa, I kind of want to try them out, and I'm excited for it. And of course, with Street Fighter Six around coming around the corner, which guys, did we talk about the leak date that got released? It got leaked like a couple of days before they announced it on the Game Awards, but it's gonna be released on June. Oh, what's the date? How's the date? Where's the date? On June 2nd, 2023. So coming summer, I'm excited because I think I'm gonna be taking my second week of vacation early June, so I'll be able to sit down with the game and play it and stream it and just share my experiences with you guys. But I'm getting hyped for the game, but I'm still cautious and a little bit reserved ever since Street Fighter Five, where I don't want to go in there and just get the deluxe edition, online edition, and buy all the season one character pass and everything. I do plan on pre-ordering it. I'm going to get the game regardless, okay? And I know I might have said before, I don't know if I said this here on this podcast or another podcast or with my friends, and where I said, I'm done with Street Fighter because I don't like the direction they're going, and the launch from Street Fighter Five, it just completely turned me off. But like I said, with the guys at the helm, with Ono out, and don't get me wrong, what Ono did for the scene to bring back Street Fighter 4 and start a whole Capcom Pro Tour, that is awesome. I'm glad those are around. I really appreciate it. But the way Street Fighter 5 was handled at launch and the first couple of seasons, I'm just not happy with it, and that's something I don't want to repeat. But with Street Fighter 6, the way it's looking, the way it just feels like an actual game that's going to be coming out. I'm excited for it. I want to play it. I do plan on pre-ordering it. I'm going to be getting it, but I will just be getting the base version. I do not plan on getting season one character pass, not unless they say, "Hey, these are the characters coming out." But because I don't, it is going to vary for everybody, right? Some people are totally fine with it about buying the character pass and just finding out what characters are revealed later. Some people are going to just buy characters as that are interested to them, and piecemeal it, or or other folks like me. I'm just going to wait until I see what is provided, what's going on, and then decide whether I want to buy it or not. But I don't want to. I don't want to start, and I've done this before, guys, and I'm trying to change my mindset. I don't want to just blindly say, "Here's my money, take it, and give me whatever you want to give me." No, I will buy the game because I do support. I do feel like supporting. Capcom with what they've done with the work at $59.99. Yeah, and honestly, tell you the truth, guys, I'm so much of a fan that even if they've gone up on price to $69.99, which some companies are doing, I would still buy it at $70, no problem. From what I've seen, okay, from what I've seen, everything looks good, looks great, and I'm excited for it. And I'm on board. But I do not plan on buying the season one character pass just right at the gate. Not unless I get more information or maybe later on down the road or something. But because I don't want to continuing like support this kind of practice. And I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world. It's not. It's not. There's other worse awful things in the world going on, right? But I choose to vote with my to voice my concerns, voice my my, how do you say it? Well, I'm going to be using my wallet, right? I don't want to buy season one character passes, and that's just me. If you feel like you want to do that, that's fine. But I don't want to support that kind of a business model because I really do feel like you should at least have some transparency, right? Like these are going to be the characters that are coming out. I mean, do you got to give me their whole story and break down every move or something? No, but at least, hey, we're gonna be releasing X these characters that you could be looking forward to. I don't know. It's a really weird thing, right? And I don't know how to do it right, but I just feel like I'm just gonna be waiting. I mean, I waited this long for Guilty Gear Strive. I could wait this long for Street Fighter 6. It's fine. It doesn't mean. I mean, even if I don't get there's gonna be 16 characters. I think they said 16 characters. There's gonna be 16 characters at launch. There is no shortage of me learning characters, right? And I think 16 is a good spot for fighting games. I mean, for 1v1 games, right? So, with that being said, I'm super excited. I do plan on pre-ordering it, but um, I'm just gonna wait on the character pass until we get more information. What else, guys? Let's shift gears into. So I've been playing fighting games. Let's shift a little bit into the Game Awards. Again, guys, what did y'all think of it? I enjoyed it. The news was great. The reveals were great. Some of the reveals that I saw, I'm gonna just keep bouncing around, guys. I skipped all of the. Okay, did you guys watch the pre-show, like the first 30 minutes of it? They were talking about like esports team, esports personality. Like I completely skipped. Like I don't. Are you guys like? Do you like esports? Do y'all think it's something fascinating? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like watching like fighting games getting played at the highest level, like at Evo. And yeah, I guess that's kind of esports ish, but at the same time, it feels to me it still feels at a like it came from a grassroots event. It started from something small and grew something big. I mean, but at the end of the day, though, what I do like watching is the two opponents on the big stage just fighting or playing their characters. That's to me that's the hype of it. The whole walk-ins and then production, which is nice, but it doesn't make or break the game. I mean, I remember watching Spooky do an LBC on Wednesday nights and just getting hyped because I'm just watching you know high top tier world class players, excuse me, play Street Fighter. So at the end of the day, I'm all about just watching the gameplay. But they talked about the whole esports. That's fine. I don't care. I didn't watch any of it. Or the winners. Um, Let me see. I'm trying to like don't want to like talk about everything I saw wrote down on the game awards, but there's gonna be a couple of things. So Street Fighter 6. So did you guys see the Hades 2 trailer? How excited are y'all for that? Have y'all not played Hades 1? The first Hades? Hades is a wonderful game. It's from Supergiant Games. These guys who did Bastion, Pyre, Transistor, of course, Hades. So they're working on a sequel, Hades 2. I think they said they've been working on it for a while now, and they're going to have early access sometime in 2023. That's my cat in the background, guys. I'm totally excited for the game. From what I saw, it looked similar to it had the same isometric view. It looks very similar to what Hades was, and it's fine if it's more of the same and they just add some things here and there. I'm totally fine with it because that game was a wonderful game. It honestly, in my opinion, that should have been the game of the award, the game of the year for 2020. It should have been. The Last of Us Part Two. It's there. Yeah. Um, I mean, you guys heard me say this 100 times already, right? What's a game? Win or lose, there's consequences, right? And Hades gives you consequences if you don't play right, if you don't get a good build out, load out, and execute right, and you die. Guess what? You die. You start from the very beginning. But what Hades did so wonderfully with the genre of roguelike is that even when you die, the stuff that you picked up along the way, yes, it comes back and you can use it to advance your skills and buy items to help you on your journey out. But you always got dialogue when you came back. There was always someone to talk to that was give you something new, something to look out for, something to interact with when you go back out and trying to escape Tartarus. And honestly, with Hades, guys, my wife, she doesn't like roguelites at all. Those are not her type of game. When it comes to games like that, it's very difficult for her to, stay on top of it and actually beat it. But she stuck with it, and she loved that game, and she beat Hades, and she went through and went through all the biomes with all. I think most of the weapons, got them leveled up, got all exhausted all the dialogues. I think she was short like maybe one or two achievements from Steam, and I think they bugged out because I know some of them should have been. She should have received them by now. It was like sell like an epic boon or something. But that just tells you how well of a job that what Supergiant Games did with Hades is that someone who does not play that genre at all was willing to give that game a shot, pick it up, fell in love with it, and just played it until it was all exhausted. So what Supergiant Games does, what they did with Hades, I totally loved it. Me seeing Hades 2, I will support it. I am down. I will be part of the early access, just like I did with Hades, and I'm excited for it. And I really wish you guys would try it out. If you guys have not had the pleasure of playing that game, that's a game. It's a games game, and it's really fun. It's really good. Hades, look it up, guys. It's always like on discount here and there, so just keep your eye out for it and give it a shot. Highly recommend it. And Hades 2, I am excited for. I can't wait. Um, what else did we saw on there, guys? Did you guys see the sequel for Star Wars Fallen Order? Not Fallen Order. Jedi Survivor. What do you guys feel about the game? I've heard a lot of positive things about that game. I don't think anybody that I've talked to said they had it or hated it. When I played it myself, I had a few bugs here and there, but nothing that reoccurred so much or often enough that made me want to put the game down. I enjoyed it. My only issue was with the game was the fact that you had to go through EA Origins launcher to play their stuff, and I know for some people that isn't a big deal, but for me, when I want to get into the game, I want to be able to, because I like to stream my games, right? So I want to be able to just get all my OBS open, all my software open that I'm going to need to play the game, all my peripherals ready, and then I want to play the game. When it starts, having issues with the launcher or downloading or giving you pop-ups or notifications, it's just like, yeah, there's ways to get around all that, but it just becomes a hassle. And that it just to me, and it doesn't take away from the game. It's just having to go through those extra steps of having to do, EA's launcher. And it's like, at this point, it just seems ridiculous. Excuse me, guys. So, what I do plan on doing with with Jedi Survivor is what I did with Mass Effect Legendary Edition is I'll probably get that game on PC. I mean on console, and just join there, enjoy it, and just play it on there. That way, I don't have to worry about having to mess with stupid launchers and shit. And honestly, the PlayStation 5 is a wonderful system. I'm sure it'll handle it just great. I have no issues, concerns there. But yeah, that's just my thing, guys. I know I could be like in the minority here, just hate launchers. I mean, I use Steam. I'm almost exclusively. I played like only one game on Epic Game Store. That was Mortal Shell back in the day, which you guys should also check out. By the way, it's an also good Souls esque game. I don't want to say Souls like it sounds played out. It's an action adventure game that borrows a lot from soft games. How about that, guys? Can we call it that? Souls like is because honestly, you can ask me what a Souls like is, and I'll tell you, right? I could ask you what a Souls like, and you'll probably tell me it's probably gonna be different. And I could ask my other friends, and they're probably gonna say something that's maybe similar, but some other things here and there. So at the end of the day, when you that word Souls like, I just not a big fan of it because it feels like it could mean so many things to so many people. It's not a well defined term. So I feel like it's just a lazy term. Just it's a freaking FromSoft game or something. I don't know. Just call it is what it is, man. But yeah, Jedi Survivor is a fun game. It does borrow a lot from the From Software franchise, but what it did really well, in my opinion, Um, what it did really well is when you get to exploring the different areas of the map. I enjoyed that a lot. Uh, were you able to teleport from what are they called, like Jedi's prayer points, we'll call them bonfires. Were you able to teleport from bonfire to bonfire, or did you have to start at the beginning of the map and then walk your way out? I think that was my only issue. After I felt like it should have let you just teleport to where you wanted to go, because those areas are huge. And that's like the good thing and bad thing about it. It's huge because there's a lot to explore, lots of nooks and crannies, and then along the way, when you get new upgrades and abilities, you get to, like, use the double jump to reach an area, or you could start destroying decoy walls. So you could discover, weapon upgrades or health upgrades and stuff like that. That part I felt the game did a good job. The exploration, the map, the going around on the map, and there was an open world, guys. They had like 4 or 5 planets, and they had huge maps on it. But it wasn't like, was that mountain over there? Let me go over to that mountain. It wasn't like that. It was still on a path, but it was a very intricate, and a lot of forks and ways to explore. So I'm excited for that. What else do we see, guys? Oh, we saw the trailer for Final Fantasy. Did I write this down, guys? Did I not write down Final Fantasy 16? Hold on, guys, give me a second. Like, I kind of like just wrote down everything as it kind of came and went. Oh yeah, Final guys. Final Fantasy 16. Yoshi P. He came out there and gave an announcement. His English was. I was surprised by how well his English is, and I'm impressed. Good job. Um, so my first impressions of the game, and I think we talked about it. Did we see some of this last year at the Game Awards last year, or Summer Game Fest? I think we saw some of this already for a while though. But you know, I see the main character, and I see three other characters: another male, another female, and then like some sort of like quadruped. I think it was a wolf or something, or some sort of hound. And I don't know if they're gonna be in your party. Well, they might be in your party, but maybe they'll be like they're gonna have their own AI. They're gonna do their own inputs. So it's because in Final Fantasy 15, you could bounce between the boys, couldn't you? Between Ignis and Prompto and Gladiolus, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's been a while since I played that game. But yeah, it definitely feels like Final Fantasy 16. Just from what I gathered, is you'll be playing one character, and that's it for the turn based. Like, no more turn based. It's going very much into the action, and I think we talked about it before, guys. How I think Yoshi P and what's the president for Square Enix, where they talked about, maybe it was just Yoshi P, but they're talking about they have to, turn based isn't really much for the current audience right now. They want more focus on what the audience might like, and that's more the action based stuff, which I kind of understand. You want to appeal to who's buying the game, but it just feels like someone who's I've been around Final Fantasy for a long time, guys. That it just sucks it going away from that genre. But I talked about this before in different podcasts, right? Or even if the turn base is gone from the Final Fantasy, the turn based genre is not like gone forever. There's still other games that do it, that provide it. It's just they don't have the Final Fantasy attached to it. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, I will be checking that game out for sure. Is it a day one purchase for me? I don't know. I'm gonna make that decision as it gets closer to release date and decide whether I want to get it or not. But if I do, I'd probably just get the base version of the games. For me to get something like the collector's edition of, I would have to be very. It has to be something that I'm just truly love and can't part with. And like when we've also discussed it before, guys. Like at the end of the day, what does having a collector's edition do? It's like, you get more stuff to put on the wall, I guess, which is fine. But after a while, though, once you start collecting enough, it's like, damn, when do you start making room for all this shit? So we'll see. Like I said, and then if you get stuff from like that's in game, it'll probably give you like a weapon that's slightly upgraded from the starter weapon that will be replaced after your third dungeon or something. So I mean, with Final Fantasy. Oh, and they said, guys, I forgot to mention this too. So it'll be released on in June 23, the 23rd of June, 2023, and it will be exclusive for the PS5 for the first 6 months for the PS5. So it'll be exclusive for the PS5 for 6 months. So does that mean they're not making a PS4 version of the game? Which at this point, guys, I think we can all agree that the previous gen consoles need to start being cycled out and start really pushing. See, let's see what these current gen consoles can do, what they're capable of. Let's really push what they're what they're here to do, right? Because I mean, if you we've seen it before, right? Where some games at their heart are a PS4 game, but then they just get upgraded so they could have just better fidelity or better performance on the PS5. That's fine and dandy, but you're still neutered because at the end of the day, it's still a game created for the PS4 that just got upgraded for PS5. Now, if we could get a game that is made for the current gen, whether it's PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Series S, guys, I'm still on the fence about that. I hear people say good things about it, some bad things about it, some performance issues. I don't know. I haven't looked it up myself. If y'all know something that I don't, please let me know. At me, please. But the fact that this Persona Final Fantasy 16 will be exclusive for the PlayStation 5 the Sony PlayStation 5 for 6 months sounds just that's interesting, right? I mean, we had it where I think when Final Fantasy 7 remake came out, excuse me, guys, when the remake came out, I don't think it was ever official, but I think we all kind of like found out or talked about it or something that, or I could be wrong. I might have missed something, but Final Fantasy 7 remake was exclusive for Sony for 1 year, and then after that, that's when we saw it on Epic Game Store, and then soon after that, we saw it released on Steam. I think that was after. That was a year later, right? After Integrad, when you get to play as the when you get to get the Yuffie DLC. I think that's when they released it for the PC versions for Epic Game Store and Steam. I'm not too sure, guys. Look it up. So I mean, this is nothing new for Square Enix to have time exclusives. I mean, and honestly, with Sony, right? They've been making games for Sony for the longest, not exclusively just for them, but they've been they've been in cahoots and they've been working for a while. Um, I saw a trailer for Final Fantasy 16. You guys let me know what you think about it. I'm kind of excited for it. I don't know if it's automatic day one purchase, but I probably will be getting it. If anything, I might just kind of, as it gets closer to release date, look out for the signs of a Doom game. Where the review embargoes don't go up till the day of. Performance issues, maybe some, promises that are just too grand. Maybe we'll see. I saw this one game, and it's not really my type of game. It's a first person shooter. It's a first person. Maybe it's a shooter, a first person action, whatever. It's called Crime Boss Rock K City. So just looking at the one, I think Michael Madison came out on the stage and he was announcing the premiere, and they have so many characters, so many celebrities in the game, and not that a celebrity should make or break a game, but it just looks like it's just super over the top. We had Danny Trejo, we had Danny Glover, we had who's the guy who plays Merle in the Walking Dead, and old boy from Guardians of the Galaxy, Michael something, I forgot his name. And then Chuck Norris, Vanilla Ice, Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger she was she was smoking back in the day. Watch Cool City, guys. Okay, watch that one. Tell me she wasn't hot. All right. So that game coming out, like, yeah, celebrities don't make or break a game, but it just looks so ridiculously over the top. Like, I kind of want to check this game out. I just want to maybe watch someone stream it. Would I buy it? Maybe it goes on deep discount or something. Speaking of games going on deep discount, Cyberpunk 2077 was on discount again after the Game Awards for 50% off. I didn't buy it. I'm still holding off on that, guys. I'm still holding off on that. But they did announce the Phantom Liberty DLC starring Mr. Idris Elba. I think he's going to be playing, what's his name? His character's name, something Reed. Um, is it, it looks like Cyberpunk 2077 is at the spot where it wanted to be. Where it is now is where they probably wanted the game to be at launch. And it's unfortunate that they had to go through all this stuff to finally get there. But from what I've gathered, from what I've seen, it looks like this is where CD Projekt Red wanted the game to be released at. And hopefully, this will be a lesson learned for them. Next time they release, what was it, Witcher? Are they making like another Witcher spin off or sequel or something? Hopefully, when their next game comes out, they learned all the lessons and are able to put it out in a complete state, right? That way, it's actually playable. Or don't promise the moon to the previous console, the previous gen console owners, right? But yeah, those games look pretty cool. I can't wait. Did you guys see the trailer for Armored Core 6, The Fires of Rubicon? That trailer, I know it's cinematic. I know it's a cinematic, right? And the trailer's meant to get you hyped. But that trailer looks so goddamn freaking wonderful. I loved it. I was gonna say awful, and awful in a good way. Awful because it showed what's going on. Like, oh, that's a solar flare. That's a solar flare devouring Earth. Now the Earth is freaking a frozen tundra, and then here comes these freaking these mechs coming out of the freaking debris. You know, I was watching a couple of videos on YouTube, and people are talking about, is this going to be a Souls like? Is this going to be, is this going to be another Armored Core game? Is this going to be so and so? Like, look, I'm going to be upfront with you guys. I know From Software did Armored Core. I am aware that's one of their that's in their stable of games that they've done. I've never played an Armored Core game before. I've always known FromSoft first as the Souls games. Um, and that's not to say that I've never heard of Armored Core. I've heard of it. I just didn't know it was FromSoft. Okay. Um, do I want Armored Core to be Souls esque in any way? No, no. I want FromSoft. If I want them to bring anything from Elden Ring into Armored Core, is the years of experience that they've done with these other games just to make Armored Core that much more better. From years of designing worlds and weapons and hitboxes and crunching numbers to make things work. And for the love of God, if they make a PC version of the game, which I'm sure they will, I'm sure the trailer showed Steam on their PC. God damn it, treat the PC port just like you're making it for freaking consoles, and don't treat it like a second hand or something where it gets stutters on and has some frame drops like it did in Elden Ring. Because I'm telling you guys, I love Elden Ring. Y'all know that. But damn, do those freaking stutters and frame drops annoy the hell out of me. And I don't know what to do about it. I've actually gone to my system, see if there's something wrong, what you call it, but I think it's just the bad port, to tell you the truth. Okay. I just think it's a suboptimal port. I should say that, right? Because it's not bad. It's just needs. There's some things that are left to be desired for, right? When it comes in a game that big, but I'm just hoping that with everything that From Software has learned over the years of making these other games, I'm not necessarily bring in the mechanics of Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Sekiro, but just bring in just the experience, the A team. Make this a wonderful game. Make this a game that you won't forget. A memorable game. Something that'll just get people into the whole genre and want to play it. Because if there's anything, and I'm going back to Elden Ring. If there's anything that Elden Ring did really great, was it brought people who don't even play Souls games into the genre of wanting to play, an Elden Ring. And honestly, I do believe Elden Ring is one of those games where if this is your first one, is a good one to jump in. It really is a good one to jump in because it could be as hard as you want it. It could be as easy as you want it. You know, all along the while, it's not holding your hand. You still have to do. You got to put in the work and to find the items and get good. So well, yeah, Fires of Rubicon, guys. I'm excited for that one. Um, the way FromSoft has been doing stuff, I'm in. I'm in. I will show them support. I am looking forward to this game, even though I never played it before. And it's not like I'm going to just go in there and just buy it nearly with. I mean, just like blindly. I don't know. I want to look into it. I want to see what's about. Even if it's not my genre of games, I want to give it a shot. What's the? I mean, we know what these guys are capable of. So I'm excited for that. I want to try it out. What else, guys? Going back to the Game Awards, so yeah, Elden Ring won it 2022. I'm not surprised there. I think the consensus is if you are just like a level-headed person who just loves gaming and you're not really like showing any biases or anything, if when you look at it on pen and paper, like yeah, out of all those options that we had, Elden Ring is gonna get it. I mean, it was a freaking cultural phenomenon. It got people who don't even play the game want to try the game out. You know, I mean, honestly, and it was funny. I was reading one of Brian F's tweets, and he said, you know, the biggest loser was Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, that game got zero. Game was so mid. I was paraphrasing, but something along those lines. And I'm gonna say I agree. The game is. I know some people who were hype about the game when it first came out. They played it, and then they put it down, and then eventually came back to it, and eventually came returned to the game to complete it and finish it. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. They did, and I've said this before, guys. When it comes to Sony first party, they got the production, they got the polish down. You know, they're like Marvel movies. You know what you know what you're gonna get yourself into. Nothing's gonna be, you know, it's all gonna be the safe stuff, and it's fine. It works. But yeah, at the end of the day, though, I think just following that formula is just gonna get you there. And with Elden Ring, they try something different. When's the last time you've seen anything of that magnitude, of that scope from Soft? What else, guys? Going back to the Game Awards, like I said, it was a good show. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I'm looking forward to the Summer Game Fest coming up in June, and then again for the Game Awards. I mean, some parts were kind of cringy, like or I didn't care for. Like you see Halsey play something for do a little performance for Diablo. The cinematic for Diablo though, Jesus Christ, I look. Have you guys seen the pricing plans for Diablo? Are y'all in for that? I don't, I don't think I'm in, guys. As hype as I thought I was, I don't think I'm in. I think all the stuff that Activision Blizzard has been doing throughout the last couple of years, I think I'm out. I really am. And is this to say that I'm never gonna touch Diablo 4? I'll definitely look into it. My wife's interested in playing it, and maybe I have a good time. Maybe I'll jump on it. It'll also be same with like like any EA game. If I do pick it up, it might be on console just because I don't want to be dealing with whole having to deal with launchers and updates, and you know how it is, guys. Did we talk about Project L? I think we talked about that last week, right, guys? Yeah, we talked about Project. That's another game where I'm also on the fence about because it's just the way. I'm not a fan of Riot, guys. I know some people are talking about, well, it's free to play and you just cycle out characters and you don't have to buy skins. Okay, that's right. Sure. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for this episode. I want to say thank you very much, guys. I'm trying to keep these episodes down to like 45 minutes ish. I don't want to be going too much, but so just gonna be short size. I know the schedule is still kind of off. I know for the longest I was releasing them on Thursdays, and then went to Mondays, and then Tuesdays. Like it's just bear with me, guys. This time of year, work is just super crazy. So once I'm able to rein in the craziness, I try to keep it a nice steady routine. But anyways, guys, I want to say thank you very much. I love you. I appreciate it. If you guys want to help out, just make sure to drop by in the stream and say hello and what's up, or just go to the website and support. Thank you guys. Have a good night, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.